Hi everyone, and welcome to Long Distance Love Tarot channel, and I'm Lexa Tarot. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, thank you for visiting, and if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for supporting this channel. Again, I'm a new channel here, but hoping to grow along with you guys, so I hope that you find this video today interesting. So for those of you that don't know, that haven't subscribed yet, just letting you know that this channel is exclusively for timeless tarot readings. They're for long distance relationships or connections and separation. So if you're looking for insight on your long distance connection, then you're in the right place. So thank you again for visiting. So this week, we're going to continue with the theme that we had last week. And for those of you who haven't seen last week's video, try to check that out. Last week was about your partner, your partner's heart, soul, and mind in your long distance connection. So as promised from last week, this week is about you. So we're going to look at your overall energy, which is here. Then we're going to hop into the tarots here and on the side, the oracles and the tarots, and we're going to look at your where is your heart, where is your soul, and where is your mind in regards to your long distance connection. Okay, so before we do that, let's take a look at an easy way for you to pick a pile. So one of the ways that I feel that it's the easiest, so we don't get caught up on kind of feeling in between piles, is to write the individual number of each pile in individual little squares or rectangles or pieces of paper. Fold it up, place it in a either plastic or bag container. Okay. And what I want you to do is just to focus, close your eyes and think about your partner that you are in separation with. And ask the universe, your intuition, your spiritual guides, your inner self for guidance to help you pick a number that resonates or has messages that can help you with your connection, with your long distance connection. After you do that a couple of minutes, just shake it up, close your eyes, open, and just randomly pick a number. Okay, open up that number and bingo, you get the number of the pile you should pick. All right, so now that we've reviewed that, let's go and take a look at what each of the piles has in store for you. So pause on this video and select a pile, and I'll see you right back. We'll start with pile number 1. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's take a look at your overall connection. Again, this week is all about you. Okay, it's all about your overall connection in your long distance connection. Then we're going to do a live shuffle on what you are feeling, or where you're at with your heart, soul, and mind in regards to your long distance connection. And then I have some angel numbers for you at the end. So let's take a look at what messages we have for your overall connection. Your overall energy for your long distance connection. Okay, so I have here, keep an open mind. Your overall energy. It is safe for you to love. poised, and a leg up. So here, the energy that I'm getting here is either some of you or most of you have feel like you've met your soulmate, that this long distance partner that you have, you feel that is very in tune with you and your energy, and that you feel like you've known them for a bit, or there's just this affinity, this just underlying closeness between you guys. However, your partner may be different from your usual type and expectations. And when I look at this card, I feel that the difference could be anything from like different personality, different career paths, different views on life. They may be physically different than your usual type of person that you date, or they may be from a different ethnic background, or maybe just share different political views. But the main idea here is that they're not the usual type of people or person that you would date. Okay, so they seem a bit different than what you're used to. Maybe their personality. Again, it just, there's some type of difference, something unusual about the connection that you guys have. It might not be for all of you, but some of you definitely. It also talks about here that it's safe for you to love. And every time I look at this picture, I always get the feeling of someone who's just having a hard time opening their hearts, okay? Because of perhaps things in the past, or just bad experiences in life or in past relationships. So again, take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. But this card definitely talks about to open your heart and to give and receive that type of energy between you and your partner. Okay. Then we have poised. And here I think there's like a stark contrast between it is safe for you to love and this one. This one, I just get the feeling that it's a little bit more of a guarded energy, whereas this one is more open. And for this one, I just feel that it's like a sense of just feeling like a weight has been lifted off their shoulders. Okay, someone who's just like, I can just be myself. Okay, ready to open themselves to the possibility maybe of love. Okay, so this poise card is just a feeling of being liberated. I feel kind of ready to take that step and that risk in the area of love. Okay. And for leg up, I get a sense of more of just support. So I just feel that there may be some of you here who picked this pile that, you know, are just like open and just feel like I could take a step forward. I feel relieved. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I just want to open my life to the possibility of love, the possibility of, you know, having a relationship. Whereas some of you may just have this feeling of, it's hard for me to be vulnerable. Okay. And so for the leg up, it's, you might need a little help in opening yourself up to the person, to your long distance partner, which in a way I feel connects very, very well with this card. Is it safe for you? It is safe for you to love. And so for this card, the energy is be vulnerable. Okay? Be vulnerable. Open yourself up to the idea of just taking this relationship and giving it a chance. Again, it might be something different than what you're used to. It might be someone that's really not your usual type, but give it a shot and see what happens. Okay, you might need to work along with your partner in regards to letting them know, listen, I'm feeling and I'm not opening up because of X, Y, and Z, and be a little bit transparent, and perhaps they can help you and make you feel a little bit more comfortable so that you feel that it is safe for you to love. Okay? So for this relationship, it's more about keeping an open mind and feeling safe to open up your heart and give it a try. Trying to lift off this energy and feel a little bit liberated and open. And that might mean that you might need to feel or to open yourself to be vulnerable and have a conversation, perhaps with your partner. Because the approach that you had before of doing things on your own and just going through life as a single person is different now, because now you're in a relationship, or you're thinking about starting a relationship, or you are in this long distance relationship, and teamwork is definitely something that's needed. Okay, so this is your overall energy that I'm getting here. Let's take a look at how it fits in with the rest of the reading. Okay, so again, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out cards for your heart. So how does person one feel? How does person who picked pile one feel? What is in their heart in regards to this long distance relationship? What is in their heart? How do they feel? What is in their heart in regards to this long distance relationship? What is pile one's feeling in the heart? What are they feeling in this long distance relationship? So let's see what's in your heart. Okay, we have patience and planning. And we have destiny. Let's clarify. What is person number one? Let's clarify what's in their heart in regards to this long distance relationship. What's in their heart in regards to this long distance relationship. Okay, let's take a look. We have the Six of Swords along with the Four of Pentacles. Very interesting. Goes very pairs up very well with the overall energy that we have here. Interesting. I'm going to open these up a bit. So, all right. So what I'm getting with what's going on in your heart is that you're being patient. You're trying to plan. Okay. You're trying to invest in this relationship. Okay. You're trying to invest in this long distance relationship. You might have been planning or have been patient for quite some time, because I see here the 4 seasons, or you may feel like it's taking a long time, and there's like a lot of patience involved, because I do see the 4 seasons here in this card. And that's what I'm kind of reading from it, that either you feel it's been a long time, or you're projecting that perhaps in your heart it just feels like a long time, even if it's not, you know. So here it says it's more like you're investing. So you have the patience of enduring this long distance relationship. You're planning for things together, okay? But at the same time, I'm getting the feeling that aside from investing, because I'm taking a look here at this destiny card, I see you guarded. I feel you guarded. This picture here is of a woman that's holding her heart, that's covering it, that's trying to keep it safe. And here you have the green light shining through. And I'm an energy healer, so I look at colors and relate them to the chakras. And so this green here is the heart chakra. So I feel that you're blocking this, even though you may feel that that you want destiny to take its course, or that you feel that time will tell how things evolve in this relationship, or you're handing off this relationship to destiny and fate. There is a part of you that's still guarded here. And you're guarding your heart, despite the fact that you are investing in a way. There is a part of you that is a bit guarded. Maybe not for all of you, but for some of you, there is this guarded energy. I would say that for the other people that picked this pile up, you're definitely sensing in your heart that perhaps this relationship could be destined or fated to be together. Okay? And you're just waiting and planning for those things to fall into place. Interesting how this pretty much, it makes sense. The Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is an energy that's talking about releasing emotional baggage, moving away from a situation. And Swords talks about the minds and the thoughts. So here in your heart, there is a part of you that is either telling you that you need to move on from past hurts, from past relationships, from past experiences that may be having you be a little bit guarded. Okay. So it's that moving away. So your heart is trying to move away from this past hurt and these past negative experiences or emotional baggages that are, completely, in your mind, okay, that you think about often. So you're trying to move away from that energy. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. And although this talks about and gives off the energy of saving and holding on to security and things of that nature, for me, it's coming up as something else. I'm getting the feeling here of someone who is, again, closing off their heart. And very similar to this card here, where they're closing up their heart area, their heart chakra, and not allowing that security to develop in this relationship. Okay, so it's interesting how in this section where it's talking about your heart, you're getting cards that are saying that your heart may be closed off, that you need to move away from past experiences or emotional baggages that have that are in your heart, or that you're moving away from, that are still kind of residual. So if it's not happening currently, it definitely is something that you are in the process of doing, which is kind of letting go of that. You're moving away from that emotional baggage. So let's take a look at what your soul is feeling. So what is person in pile number 1? What is their soul feeling? What is their soul in regards to this long distance relationship? How is their soul? What is their soul's perspective in this long distance relationship? Let's take a look at what's happening in your soul. And we have love begins with positive movement forward. Okay. Interesting. The next one was 4 of Wands, or 4 foundation. Okay. Let's get more clarity on your soul. So what is this person's soul? Pile number 1. What is pile number 1 person? What is their soul perspective in this long distance relationship? What is their soul's perspective in this long distance relationship? We have the Magician with Justice. Okay, interesting. You got Lovers back here. So you had foundations and achievement and Lovers. So there's definitely emotions here. There's definitely some type of attraction and emotions. And again, this is seen by Love Begins. And so here, again, the green. This would be the Ace of Cups in other decks. This deck is called Love Begins. And so here it's more of a, it's an awareness of emotions. Okay. So your soul recognizes a connection with your partner, which is something that I talked about earlier, because this came up in your overall energy. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So there is definitely this connection, this intuitive awareness that this may be the person that you, that may be your soulmate, that may be someone that you feel definitely that this relationship can grow with. Okay. There are a lot of emotions here, because again, water has to do with emotions. So definitely I see that as being a huge factor here, that there are emotions behind this guarding of the heart and, you know, just protecting the heart. There is, your soul does feel that there is a deep emotional connection here. Your soul is feeling that there is a positive movement forward, that there's something that you want to continue to do. You want to develop this relationship. Okay, again, a lot of water, a lot of emotion. That's what I'm picking up. And it's like heading towards the horizon. So your soul feels like there's this connection, again, with this long distance partner, that there may be this feeling of, you know what, I just want to give it a shot. I want to move forward with this. I want to at least try. And so here it's more of a developing, starting to create the process of making things move forward in this relationship. So that's where your soul is at. Then we have the Magician here. And to me, in regards to what we have here so far, is that you do have all the tools that you need in order to move this relationship forward. So there is, you know, that you have all the tools here on the table. So there is this sense of awareness, this intuitive awareness, as you see by the infinity sign above the Magician's head. There is this intuitive feeling or this intuitive sense that this connection can definitely lead to a more solid connection, love, deeper emotions. Okay, so here it talks about that your soul feels that, you know, you do have all the tools that you need in order to push this relationship forward as it is here in this positive movement forward. Okay, and it's going to be a positive move if that's what you're kind of hesitating. Okay, and I say that some of you may be hesitating because, again, it's here kind of telling you it's safe for you to love. So some of you may be feeling a little bit apprehensive about this current relationship that's long distance. And some of you may be trying to balance this out in your head. You're trying to be, in a way, logical and trying to say to yourself, well, listen, do I not? Should I go in? Should I go on? Should I open my heart? Should I not? Should I tell them? You know, is it safe for me to continue this relationship? Is it not? You know, I see a lot of this, you know, going back and forth with this Justice card. So here, I feel that the Justice is also kind of telling you, you know, make compromises as well. I mean, it might not be very easy to open your heart and your mind. And I say your mind because, again, we have the Pentacle on his head here in the Four of Pentacles. And the Swords also talks about mind, and that was in your heart. So there's something that you're kind of trying to balance between your heart and your mind, okay, about this connection. So there's this, I just feel this pull, this yes, no, should I, shouldn't I, heart, mind, which one do I go with, okay? So that's the energy that I'm getting here in your soul aspect. Let's take a look and see what's going on as far as mind. What is your perspective in the mind? So what is the perspective for pile one, this person who picked pile one? What is their perspective in the mind as far as this long distance relationship? What is their perspective in the mind in regards to this long distance relationship? Wow. Okay, we have fertility. That one just popped out. We have conflict and defeat and mental conflict. Again, this is something that I mentioned a little earlier, right? With what I was seeing in your heart, a lot of thinking, a lot of thoughts that are there. Okay, let's take these cards here and let's get more clarity on this. What is pile one's mind What's their perspective in the mind as far as this long distance connection, this connection and separation? What is their perspective in regards to their mind? Okay, we have Five of Wands, conflict again, with the Seven of Cups. Okay, so let's move these up a bit. There we go. All right, so here when it comes to your mind, again, it's the energy that I was feeling here that I kept saying. I feel this energy of the heart and the mind at play here. There's this back and forth, and it's confirmed by the cards that just came out here when it talks about your mind. Because here with fertility, we are talking about growth, okay? So it's an energy of growth, of nurturing, of moving things forward, of giving things time so that they can blossom. But in order for that to happen, this heart chakra needs to be open. Your heart needs to be open in order to give this relationship the nurture that it needs. Okay? It's like saying to yourself, you know, I want this plant to grow, so I'm only going to give it water and just keep it in the closet. It's not going to grow. It needs certain elements. And when we're talking about a relationship and we're talking about emotions, you need the heart involved, right? And because if not, it's just going to be, there's going to be this disconnect. Okay, your partner's going to feel this disconnect. And so this fertility card to me says, yeah, you know, I want this in my mind. I'm thinking, I want this partnership to grow. I want it to blossom. I would like for it. I'm hoping that this is what happens. However, in order to do that, you can't be in this energy of holding and guarding your heart. You have to open your heart up and nurture it with emotions, and nurture it with romance, and nurture it with faith, so that you feel that, you know, that important element for this relationship to grow. Because what I see here is a lot of things that are happening in the mind. So whether it is self-sabotaging thoughts, whether it's thinking about situations from the past that, again, you need to move away from, but they're definitely present. We have conflict and defeat, and we have mental conflict. Both cards are talking about what's going on in the mind, okay? And the energy here is an energy of this, there's this, again, I'm feeling this push and pull between what in my mind I know I need to open my heart, but somehow it's blocked. I'm blocking this nurturing. I'm blocking this ability for this relationship to grow and expand, because I'm totally in my mind. I'm totally in my thoughts, and I'm conflicted. And again, I see here mental conflict, again, heart and mind, which is what I was, the energy that I was feeling earlier. Heart and mind, this tug of war here. And I feel that that's what I was getting, that impression with the Justice card with you. Okay. And the Five of Wands talks about, disagreements, tension, conflict, okay? So in your mind, again, we have 3 conflicts. We have the conflict. You feel conflicted. You feel defeated. There is a mental conflict happening with your thoughts, maybe self-sabotaging. And again, there's this energy of conflict. Okay. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is an energy of just, I have a lot of choices. Okay, I have a lot of choices. I want my dreams to come true. There's a lot of there's dreaminess to it, right? There's this thinking and fantasizing. Okay, so but the thinking and the fantasizing has to do with the emotions, right? Because we have the cups here. So there's this, again, I feel this emotions versus emotions, meaning the heart, right? Things that are happening, because the emotions come from the heart, they don't come from the mind, right? And there's this analyzing, and there's conflict with the mind. So I do feel this, again, this push and pull, this push and pull. And that energy, along with the energies we saw here for your heart, your soul, and your mind, is perhaps the reason why this is such an important message for you, which is keep an open mind. Things may be different. Your soulmate may be different than what you're used to. It is safe to love, so open your heart. Allow yourself to open yourself up and liberate yourself. And, just be ready for the possibility of this relationship to positively move forward. Okay? But in order to do that, you need to have the courage to be vulnerable. Okay? Have the courage to be vulnerable. Have the courage to move away from those emotional baggages, from those emotions and memories from the past that are not serving you in this current relationship. So, again, love can begin. There's a beginning here. There's an opportunity here to explore in regards to love, in regards to a new relationship, in regards to solidifying this relationship between you and your partner, long distance partner. Okay, so those are the messages that came up for you in this pile 1. Before you go, let's take a look at some additional messages. And so what you're going to do is I'm going to pull out 2 strips here, and the 2 strips are going to have numbers. I need you to go on Google or any search engine that you like and type in angel number and then the number that I'm going to give you, meaning that's going to give you an additional advice for your particular reading for today. So let's take a look at which numbers are going to come up. I'm going to close my eyes, and first number is 45. So you have number 45. And the second number is 24. So the 2 numbers for you, your angel number is angel number 4524. So go ahead and type that in when you're done checking out this reading so that you could get an additional message from the angel. So again, angel number, type in that number and then write meaning and get more information. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up so that I know that you liked this video. If you know anyone that you may come in contact with, or your friends, or someone else that you know that may be in a long distance relationship, please share this channel with them. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe And again, I post every week. And what else? What else am I forgetting? Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I post spreads up there often, weekly actually. So take a look at that. So I hope that you enjoyed your reading. Again, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. And thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining me today on this channel. So again, just to give a quick review of what we're going to do today is we have your overall energy for your long distance relationship. If you watched the video prior to this one, last week we were taking a look at your partner's overall energy in this connection, along with what's going on in their heart, in their soul, and in their mind. This week is all about you. So we have this out here already. Then we're going to jump in after we've taken a look at your overall connection. We're going to jump into a live shuffle to pull out what is your energy as far as your heart, your soul, and your mind in regards to this long distance connection. So let's get started. Let's take a look here. Okay, so we have codependency as your overall energy, along with express your love, higher power, and thinker. Okay, let's see what I get here. Okay, so codependency says addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, and I'm just feeling that there are perhaps either self-limiting behaviors that may be present, maybe not for all of you, but for some of you. There may be self-limiting behaviors. And what do I mean by that? I mean, perhaps you tend to self-sabotage in relationships. Maybe you are a person who has a difficulty understanding what, or actually executing moderation in your life. So whether it's that you smoke a lot, or you drink a lot, or it's hard to find moderation in the certain things that you do in your life. Okay, maybe I would say overthinker, self-sabotaging, because I see the thinker card here. So maybe you're a type of person that perhaps overthinks situation. Okay, so you're addicted in a way of just overthinking. Okay, remember that addiction is just a lack of moderation. Okay, in any context. So there's just a variety of things that you just can pick and say it could be an addiction, right? So there's this lack of moderation. It could be that you tend to self-sabotage by overthinking situations, and perhaps maybe you're overthinking this love relationship or this connection, this long distance connection. It says here for others that don't connect with the codependency card, maybe you connect with this one, which is express your love. So here it says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So that to me says like someone who is being a little bit cautious, may not be showing as much affection or romance or something in this long distance relationship, or there may be some of you who are expressing your love in general. Okay, so you know, it could go either way, because again, it is a general reading. I see here that it says higher power. And so to me, I get the feeling, because I see the chakra here open up between the eyes, right? The third eye chakra open. And if you guys don't know, I am an energy healer. So this card, it's a beautiful card, by the way. This card definitely talks about having this intuitive sense, this connection. Sorry, I'm just picking up more information here. I see the face. There's a face here, and then there's a face here. And so I feel that with this card, it talks about just the spiritual bond that either is taking place on a spiritual level with your long distance person, or for some of you, it could be that you are having this connection spiritually, that you're opening up spiritually, that you, because of your codependency, that there is a part of you that just really asks for that spiritual help and that spiritual connection to kind of guide you and to help you through this situation with your codependency. Or maybe for those of you that are having issues with expressing how you feel to your partner, perhaps you're relying on that spiritual connection to kind of help you and guide you so that you're able to open yourself up a little bit and express your love and affection or devotion, or you know, just feelings and emotions in general, because maybe you're overthinking it. Maybe you're stuck in your mind. And perhaps this overthinking or maybe strategizing, you know, love isn't logical. Love comes from the heart. It does not come from the mind. So here you may be kind of in this duality of heart and mind. Very similar to actually Pile 1 that I just finished reading. But here the person could be, or you could be, kind of strategizing, overthinking. And maybe this is the reason why it's saying here, express your love. Because maybe you're a little too much in your mind and perhaps maybe not showing enough emotions. Okay, so let's take a look and see how these cards, your overall energy, links in with the rest of the reading. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to pull out cards for what is happening in your heart. So let's find out what is the perspective that the people in pile number 2, or person in pile number 2, what is their perspective in regards to their heart and this long distance relationship? What is happening in their heart? What is their heart perspective in regards to this long distance relationship? So we have light with movement, choices, and decisions for your heart. Let's get clarifying cards for this. What is pile number 2? What is the person who picked pile number 2? What is their heart perspective? What is the perspective that their heart feels in this connection, in this long distance connection. Okay, we have Page of Cups with the Eight of Swords. That makes sense when we're talking about, when we take a look at the overall current energy. And we talked about this before. The thinker, someone who's really in their mind. Okay, so let's take a look here. So as far as your heart is concerned, as far as your emotions and the perspective of your emotions here in this relationship, in this long distance relationship, is that of light. So you feel that there is hope, that there is a possibility, that that you're calling in, again, very similar. I'm getting very similar vibrations here. You're calling in you know, this higher power to help you, to guide you, to give the situation light, hope. Okay. I'm getting, wow, this is, both of them have light coming through. And so, so to me, the energy that I'm getting is that there is this sense of just calling in for that hope, for that manifestation, for that, this idea of wanting happiness, you know, wanting happiness, seeking that light to shine in this relationship. Okay. And I also get the feeling here that while this is happening with kind of calling in, you know, a higher power, or calling in, you know, your manifestation and your desires to come to fruition, there's this thinking and planning. Okay, there's this desire, this longing of wanting to make choices, to decide which way should I go. Should I, you know, go left? Should I go right? What should I do here with this situation and with all these feelings that I'm getting? So here it's like having or making decisions or planning for the future, you know? You see here the person standing here, and there's just many doors. There's just a door with a blue door, a green door, not door, but an arc here that's blue, that it's like the sky. You have another arc here, which is like a branch. You have two rings here, which is like commitment. You have money. So there are a lot of things here that I feel that are going through your mind as far as making decisions and making choices and trying to find out, or trying to create a situation where you can see your desires manifest, but at the same time you're thinking about the different things, about the decisions. Okay, so again, it might be just, you know, thinking about decisions when it comes to your finances as well. You know, because here, you know, you have just multiple things here. There are multiple priorities that are happening, you know, and kind of like, in a way, kind of, which one should I attend to first? Which one should I make a priority? Should I make love a priority? Should I make, you know, just thinking about the future a priority? Should I think about money as that being the priority? Should it be kind of growing, you know, this relationship, or growing in other areas in my life? Okay, so that's the energy that I'm getting here, that I'm picking up from that card. But the good thing that I see here is that I see the Page of Cups. And so this is definitely love, emotions coming your way, right? So there is this love and emotion Okay, that's here, that's coming, that's here, that's kind of talking to the page. All right, and so just the thing that's a little bit concerning, right, is that when we're talking about the heart, you're getting the Eight of Swords. So there is this feeling of feeling trapped in your own thoughts. Okay, and it connects to this energy that I felt here, which is the thinker, someone who's overthinking. And this overthinking, or this strategizing and thinking so much, and again, we get thinking here when it comes to the heart, and thinking here when it came to your overall energy, and we get it again here with just your thoughts are binding you. Your thoughts are creating a feeling of stagnation. And again, it's in your mind. It's not, it may not be even real, to be honest with you. It could just be all about the mind. And you can change this, because this is the eight. And eights are talk about changing. They talk about movement. They talk about manifestation. Okay, so here you may be manifesting, or you may be wanting this hope, this light, this happiness, this bliss. You know, your heart may be feeling this or longing for this. Okay, and we get the love here also, get emotions here. However, you may be blocking that by overthinking, and by perhaps self-sabotaging and having conversations in your mind that are making you feel trapped in your own thoughts. Okay, so let's take a look at what your soul is feeling. Okay, so let's take a look at your soul. So what is pile 2? What is pile 2 feeling in regards to their soul in this long distance connection? What are they feeling in this pile, in their soul, in regards to this long distance connection? What's happening in their soul? What is their soul, their perspective in this one, in this long distance connection? We have memories of love, and we have accelerated motion. I just mention the number 8 in manifestation? Bingo, here we go. It's here. It's made its appearance, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take out more cards to give this more clarity. So let's clarify this memories of love and accelerated motion. What is the person in pile 2? What is their soul perspective in this long distance relationship? What is their soul's perspective in this long distance relationship? Oh, 2 of Cups. Nice. And the High Priestess. Okay. So let's take a look at the soul. So your soul feels there is a nostalgic connection with your significant other, with your partner. Okay, so here there is a soulful longing. Maybe you feel that you've known this person before. Maybe your partner is someone who you knew before as a friend, and now you guys are taking this into a romantic connection and a love connection. So when I get the 2 of Cups and I get memories of love, this definitely rings the energy of a soulmate connection. Okay, so that's the energy that I'm getting here. A soulmate connection, twin flame connection, because even though that's the number 2, 1111 comes to my mind. So this connection in your soul, there is this deep connection that's happening here. Okay, you might think about this person often. You may think about what you guys did when you were together the last time, or perhaps there's just this overall feeling of knowing, okay, of this, just I've known this person before. I feel this effortless connection with them. Okay. And your intuition is at play here. So your intuition is very strong. So I wouldn't be surprised that there is a connection with your partner in regards to you thinking about your partner thinking about you, and you guys either texting or calling each other at the same time, or not at the same time, but like you're thinking about them, and then your partner calls you when you were thinking about them, or vice versa. Perhaps even having dreams with them. But there's definitely a high intuitive sense here that I'm getting. And with the accelerated motion, this card's energy is like wishing upon a star. Very, very similar to the card that came out earlier for you in the heart, which is this, there's this same action of looking up towards the sky. There's this sense of wanting, longing, desiring. And this card is also a travel card. So I'm sorry, I just got in my mind, I just got the message like soul traveling, like, like at night, you just like, I just got this picture in my head of just like you're laying in bed, or some of you are laying in bed and you're kind of like transporting your thoughts over to where they are. I don't know, it just sounds like a crazy, thing, but that just literally just popped up into my head right now. But there's definitely the sense of, longing, trying to manifest. 8 in accelerated motion means that you really want this to really happen quickly. So your soul really wants to be in this union, okay, in this highly emotional union with your partner, okay. Let's see, what else am I getting here? The 8 is also about travel. It's about communication. So I'm just getting this like souls communicating with each other, on a level that, that's really focusing on just like emotion and this longing feeling of I've known this person, I just feel this connection. And I just really just looked at this right now. Didn't I mention the 1111? And if you look here, you see, I know it's a 2 and this is a 2, but I just see 1111, like a soulmate connection and a twin flame connection. So there's definitely this just confirms exactly what I was picking up, which is there's this soulful connection here. Your soul feels very connected with your long distance partner. Okay, so let's take a look at what is your perspective in the mind? What is your perspective in the mind in regards to this long distance relationship? So where is the perspective as far as the mind in this long distance relationship? we have firm foundation and authority. Let's see, let's get more cards to clarify your mind, your perspective when it comes to your mind. What is their perspective? Spiritual guides, spiritual mentors, spiritual teachers. Let's find out. Get the Eight of Cups. Sorry, the Nine of Cups. And in the back we have the Six of Pentacles. All right, so in your mind, you may be, let's start with this card. It's the energy that jumped at me, jumped towards me very quickly. Oh, and I see 4-4 here. Interesting. Fours talk about inner focus and foundations, so I'm not surprised that you end up getting firm foundation here, but you're getting 2 4s here, so 4-4. So here, I'm picking up the sense that in your mind, this is the type of energy that you're projecting. You're projecting this stoic or confident person that's, you know, this leadership quality, this strong-minded leader type of energy that you're just projecting on the outside. Okay. Very different than what we're seeing here in the soul, though. I'm just noticing that right now. So there's this projection of being serious or coming across as someone who's, oops, sorry about that. That is not, pardon the noise. So this person that's projecting this very strong power of authority, this sense of being in control, okay? And at the same time, we have a firm foundation. So maybe this is what you're just showing forward. You're just projecting this leadership and this stoic and this person that's not showing too much emotion, and you're kind of creating that as like the foundation of where you want your mind to be, right? You want your mind to be balanced, to be stable, to be thinking about ways where you can create the stability, create this foundation, okay? And it could be a foundation that has to do with money, right? Your finances. There may be this connection between the firm foundation with your finances. It could be your career. It could also be something that you value. So there's this foundation that you want to create with something that you value. Even though the 4 in this deck, the 4 firm and foundation, talks about the 4 of Pentacles, which is saving money and being financially secure or holding on to the finances in order to grow and expand and have a firm foundation for the future. Here it says that pretty much you're not shy about being generous. Okay. It doesn't, you may be thinking about your financial security, but at the same time, there's this energy of I don't mind sharing and being generous. And there's an element of being empathetic, you know, so there's this strong leadership, stern strength, but there is a part of you in your mind that you're a giver, okay? That you don't mind sharing and having empathy towards others, okay? It could also point in the direction of that you're supportive. You're a supportive partner, okay? When it comes to your long distance relationship, you don't mind being supportive in regards to finances or being supportive in things that are valuable to you, okay? To create that strong foundation. And so we have the last card here, which talks about, we have the last card here, which is the Nine of Cups. And so the Nine of Cups talks about satisfaction, talks about wishes coming true, and about feeling in your mind, you feel that you are in a way satisfied. Perhaps there is a solid career, or there's a solid situation that of value that makes you feel content and places you in a position where you know, you can be supportive to your partner. I also get like next step in a relationship. There's this feeling of satisfaction, and 9 talks about completion or nearing a phase of completion or of fruition. And so I want to connect it over here because there is this, in your soul, there's this deep connection with the partner. There's this deep soulmate feeling that's very intuitive. And so I feel that with the energy that I feel here, it talks more about a feeling of stability, that your mind feels this fulfillment would be a satisfying one. Okay. Well, there's this firm foundation. I'm sorry, just give me a second. I'm just trying to... Okay. I'm getting the feeling that even though you see this mountain in the back, even though there may be obstacles here, even though there may be moments where you're overthinking and there may be challenges, there may be financial challenges, or there may be career challenges or challenges that are happening, that you're trying to create this firm foundation in this connection with your long distance partner. You're trying to create this firm foundation so that your dreams and your wishes can come true. And you're trying to be supportive with your partner despite being in a long distance relationship. And even though you show yourself to be that of a leader, of a person who is strong, that there is a part of you that is still giving, nurturing, and empathetic. Okay, so that is the messages that I'm getting here for pile 2. Before you go, let's take a look at some more messages. So here I have numbers in this cup, and I'm just going to pull 2 numbers at random, and what you need to do is go on Google and just type in angel number meanings. So when you do that, you're going to get additional angel messages or advice for this particular pile. All right, so let's take a look. I'm closing my eyes and I'm just going to randomly choose. And the first number is 23. So 23. Let's get the second number. Close my eyes. And the second number is 41. So your angel number is 2341. So again, just get on Google, type in 2341 angel number meaning, and you'll get additional messages for yourself. So, and for your pile. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like it, share with other people who may be in the same long distance relationship or long distance or connection and separation as we are. And if you aren't a subscriber, subscribe and turn on that notification button. Follow me on Instagram. I'm also on Instagram, Lexa Tarot. Go up there to the banner and click on follow me on Instagram. So I hope that you resonated with some of the messages in this reading. And again, as I always say, take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Thank you so much for stopping by. Come again next week where we have a new topic for our long distance love connection. Bye-bye. Hi, Pile 3. Thank you so much for stopping by and for visiting. I'm happy that you are taking a look at this channel. I hope that you resonate with some of the messages that come out in your pile today. Again, just a quick review. This is just the overall energy for yourself in this long distance relationship. After we take a look at this, we're going to hop into the cards over here, which are our tarot and our oracle cards. Gonna shuffle those, and I'm going to pull out what is happening in the level of your heart, your soul, and your mind. Okay, so let's take a look at what you have as your overall energy. So the first card we have here is Make the Effort, followed by Attraction, we have Imagine, and Co-Creator. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what energies I pick up here. So definitely there's attraction between you and your long distance connection. There is an attraction and a romantic love that you feel for them. You also either some of you may be making the effort in order to move this relationship along. Others of you, I feel that may be a little hesitant about making the effort. But either way, it talks about a great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So here I feel when I read that, to me it's like this, there's this intuitiveness that you may feel at times guided to do. Okay, there may be things that come out of nowhere, just feelings, and then you just saying, you know what, let me do this for this connection. That's just, I don't know. the feeling that I'm getting here. The other one, it says imagine. So you have a card that says imagine. And here you get to see an image of a person that has like a string to the moon, and it looks like they're trying to bring it down. The clouds are open. There's just a lot of light coming in. And so to me, it yells manifestation. Someone who perhaps, again, maybe not all of you, but I get that some of you were kind of asking for, longing, wanting, desiring to have a partner, to have a relationship. And at some point when you were single, before meeting your long distance partner, I get the feeling that this was something that you were wishing, hoping, or trying to manifest. So at some point while you were by yourself, single, meaning, either not in a relationship or, not in a relationship, that there was a point in time that this is what you were asking for. And so I feel that the universe, or, the universe, divine intervention, co-created this situation for you to meet your long distance partner. So I feel, and it's interesting, there's a string here and then there's a string here. That's just calling my attention. So there's this pulling, like bringing forth, like pulling or attracting, the law of attraction. Just that word just popped into my head. So there's this law of attraction, like wanting to manifest a relationship, feeling that you were ready, or you were willing, or you just wanted a relationship, and the universe heard your call, heard your plea, heard that desire, and helped you co-create the situation with this relationship that you are in this long distance relationship. So that's pretty much what I'm getting here. Let's see what else I get. Yeah, that here I'm getting that it's like an alignment. That's the next word that I'm getting, alignment. Like this was you calling for this manifestation, or this law of attraction, and it aligned with what you were asking for. And so the universe co-conspired or co-created this union, or this meeting between you and your long distance partner. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'm getting as your overall connection. There is definitely an attraction here. All right, and let's see how the rest of the reading connects. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is your heart. So let's find out what is the heart perspective. So for pile 3, what is this person feeling in their heart in regards to their long distance connection? Long distance connection. There's pile 3, feeling their heart in regards to this long distance connection. They're feeling in this connection, long distance connection. trapped in fear, rest and rejuvenate. Okay. Let's get more clarity here. Let's take a look at, let's see, what is pile 3? What is the person in pile 3? Where is their heart? Oh, that came up. What is person in pile 3? Where is their heart in this long distance connection? Page of Wands with the Queen of Cups. Okay, so let's take a look here. Okay, so when it comes to the heart, there is a feeling here of feeling mentally stuck in fear. Okay, so that would be the 8 of Swords, and it's just this feeling of being trapped in your own thoughts, maybe overthinking the situation, maybe overthinking the feelings that you have in your heart, maybe overthinking the fact that there is an attraction, that there is a sense of nostalgia when you guys aren't together, this feeling of wanting to be together. So the heart is feeling emotions of nostalgia, of wanting to reconnect and be together again. And again, you have the Queen of Cups. Forget about the fact that it says Queen, which is not about gender. It's about the energy. The energy that the Queen of Cups has. And the Queen of Cups is an emotionally secure energy. Okay, that's connected with intuition. It has the Queen has a strong sense of intuition. She's able to show, like I always say TLC, like tender loving care. They're able to show their emotions. Okay, so the Queen of Cups not only is able to show the emotions, but it's also able to feel the emotions as well. Okay, so there's this merger of not only just feeling it, but also being able to express it. Okay, and being very intuitive. So besides those two, I also have here the Page of Wands, and it talks about passion. This is a card. Hold on, give me 1 second. It's a lot of passion. So in your heart, you not only feel the nostalgic feelings of this connection, the memories of love, of devotion, of attraction, that you feel, but you also have passion. Okay, so here is pretty much all talking about emotion and passion. However, contrast to what's going on in the mind, where we have trapped in fear, which talks about feeling overwhelmed, feeling trapped in your own thoughts, whether this is real or not, as far as the concerns and the fears that you have, the fear of perhaps feeling all these emotions that are being felt, and attraction. These are all emotions and feelings, right? So feeling all of this may be something that you weren't expecting. Or it could be because you're feeling all of this attraction, nostalgia, passion, being able to feel secure in your own emotion, that perhaps not being together is causing you a lot of anxiety, and it's causing you a lot of stress and a lot of pain, and you tend to be in your thoughts because you guys aren't together and you miss each other. Okay? But behind all of this is saying that you do need to have a moment to rest and rejuvenate, to kind of take a break, all right? To rest after all this mental stress that you're placing yourself in, whether it's voluntarily, you're just overthinking things and just kind of stuck in your mind about it, or it might be just that, just the distance itself is creating a lot of anxiety, and it's creating this feeling of being trapped in your own thoughts. And so here your heart needs a break from all that mental activity that's happening, because maybe, again, it's because of the fact that you're just feeling this nostalgia, you're feeling this passion, you're feeling all these emotions and attraction, and you called for this, you wanted it, and perhaps when when we manifest and when we ask for, we don't know how we'll get what we ask for. And, to me, it looks like someone who wasn't expecting it to be a long distance, right? And so now you have what you wished for, you have that attraction, you may be making the effort to move things along in this relationship. There's the feeling of nostalgia, there's this bond that you feel, you're thinking about the memories that you created, or conversations that you've had, or the texts that you've sent each other. And that's just, all of that is just causing you, just anxiety and a lot of mental stress. Okay? So this is what we see that's happening in regards to your heart. Let's see what's going on with the soul. See what messages we get for the soul. So what is their soul perspective in this long distance connection? What is the soul perspective? What is their soul perspective? What is pile 3's soul perspective in this long distance relationship? What is happening in their soul in regards to their partner and their long distance connection? Solitude and transformation. Okay, let's get more clarity on the soul. What is the soul's perspective? What is pile 3's soul's perspective in regards to this long distance love connection, or connection and separation? What is pile 3's soul perspective? Ace of Cups, and Knight of Swords. All right, so let's take a look here. Let me connect with the cards. All right, so as far as your soul is concerned, the perspective from your soul, the feelings from your soul is there is a sense of wanting to maybe study this connection a little further, going a little deeper, taking a time, taking a step back and staying in solitude, okay? Reflecting upon the things that you have either learned or found out or that's happening in your relationship. You know, I see the book there. So maybe the things that you've studied or that you've gathered as far as your partner's personality and just information about them and information about the relationship and information about you, and you're just, I feel this, the wheels of the brain just turning and just kind of assessing this relationship from a soul perspective. And while you're sitting and you're reflecting and you're going within, okay, there is this transformation that's taken place. Okay, so in the soul, from the soul's perspective, there is a transformation that you might be going through that's creating you maybe to take a step back and assess this long distance connection. You know, there is a part of you that just wants to rush in, and your mind is really, really overthinking and kind of going on super impulsive thinking mode. And here is just like a rush of ideas, a rush of thoughts. There's this feeling of impatient energy here. I just want to rush into it. Okay, it's like I just saw like a tornado spinning in my mind. So my guys are telling me it's like a whirlwind romance. So the soul feels like this, you know, emotion, this like just wrath of just emotions that are happening. And maybe that's what's causing you to take a step back in yourself, and that in itself is creating some type of transformation, and it's creating you to creating a situation where you need to step back and you just kind of want to take a moment, take a step back from this whirlwind romance feeling that your soul feels because it feels this connection. You get the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups talks about opportunity, right? It's an opportunity, it's an emotional awareness, okay? And perhaps this whirlwind of ideas and thoughts that have you perhaps feeling impatient, you know, has created some type of transformation within you. And an intuitive awareness may be happening while you're reflecting, while your soul is reflecting upon all this information that's happening. But I definitely get like the sense of just a rush, like a whirlwind of just either ideas, thoughts, the feeling of being impatient. You know, again, not all of you may resonate with this, but I definitely see that. For the other people that don't resonate with that impatient feeling, I do see like a rush of wanting to communicate, wanting to, that sense of urgency of wanting to talk about these emotions that are starting to intensify, or that have come from out of the blue. Because remember, this here is talking about someone who was either manifesting or attracting this love towards them, or this opportunity to be with someone in a relationship. So perhaps your soul, on a soulful level, you feel that this was just out of the clear blue sky. This relationship happened, and it might be a little bit of a whirlwind romance type of feel, and that maybe, perhaps, has created some type of transformation within you that's caused you to take a step back and reflect a little bit upon it, upon your connection with your long distance partner. Okay, so those are the messages that I'm picking up in regards to your soul, or soulful connection with your long distance partner. Let's take a look what's going on with the mind. So let's find out, pile 3, what is their mind's perspective in regards to this long distance connection? What is this perspective that's in their mind in regards to this long distance connection with their partner? So what is this perspective of pile number 3? Mind. What is their perspective in mind in regards to their long distance connection with their partner? Patience and discontent and boredom. Okay, so this is the mind. Let's take a look and clarify this. Actually, it's this way. All right, let's find out. Let's clarify this patience and this discontent and boredom. What is pile number 3? What is the person in pile number 3? What is their perspective in regards to this long distance connection? What is their perspective in the mind in regards to this connection? Death. Again, transformation. Interesting. And the back, the world, end of a cycle. Wow, and you had the Tower in the back. Okay, so let's find out what's going on in the mind. What is the perspective that you're getting as far as the mind is concerned in your long distance relationship? All right, so we got patience, discontent, and boredom. We have, again, the transformation. It's not transformation here, it's death, but these two cards are the same, have the same message. They're just different decks. Okay? So you have transformation again, along with the World card. So here, so here we have patience, and so there is a sense of, and I totally see a connection here, because here I felt that there was an impatient energy, like a rush, Whereas here, the mind is focusing on, there's a part of you in the mind that is telling you, let's try to be patient with the situation. Let's try to give this more time. Let's see where this goes. There is a sense, again, of transformation, of things changing, maybe of ideas changing, okay, in your mind, something that you weren't expecting. Maybe you wanted this relationship to happen. There was a part of you that was calling it in, that was wanting it. However, now it's present in your life, and now there's just the sense of, could I actually do this? Is long distance an option for me to continue, despite the feelings that I have of attraction, despite the feelings that I have of emotions and passion and attraction that I feel in this connection? I feel when it comes to your mind, I feel that all these emotions, and maybe the speed at which it happened, or maybe the way that it happened, or the unexpected way that it happened, is causing some type of change within you. Maybe a change of how you used to see things, or what your ideas and in a way guidelines were in regards to in regards to relationship in general, you know. And this World card is talking about a cycle ending, a new stage emerging. So behind this transformation, behind these changes that are occurring, whether these changes are occurring externally or internally, it's happening to bring one cycle to an end so another cycle can begin. And so this discontent, these emotions of just detachment and being distracted, you know, with this feeling of things changing, there's a need for patience for this new cycle to start in this new in this relationship with you, like a new beginning, a fresh start, a different stage, maybe even a different level of commitment may happen here after this transformation takes place. But there's definitely, again, this sense of feeling trapped in the mind as far as the heart is concerned, despite the fact that we see a lot of emotion and passion. Okay, same thing here. We have in the soul transformation occurring, and the person kind of retreating and taking a step back to perhaps analyze what's happening, even though there is a lot of emotions here and fast movement of ideas and thoughts. And maybe that's what this, where your energy is that you're rethinking how, or the structure of what a relationship should look like, right? Because it is a long distance relationship. And so that might be, you know, there's a lot of feelings. There's an opportunity for love here. There's an intuitive awareness. Okay, there's an emotional, deep connection, a deep emotional connection. a feeling of a whirlwind romance or a lot of ideas and thoughts. And that is probably what is changing, and what's transforming is probably your concept of what a relationship is, when we take into account the fact that there's distance involved between you and your partner. And so for this, your mind needs to be patient despite the discontent that you feel. Again, your mind is going through a period of transformation, of maybe rethinking ideas, so that you can enter the next stage of this relationship, should you choose to continue, right? This relationship, this new life, this new stage, and there's new cycle that can happen. And the World card also talks about travel. So don't be surprised. You may be thinking about perhaps visiting your partner. Okay. Let's see what other messages. Yeah, pretty much. And I'm just getting I'm just getting the message here that maybe you need to make the effort to make that trip to see your partner. Maybe there's a situation here of feeling, your partner may be feeling that you might not be all in as far as actions are concerned. However, you might be all in as far as maybe feelings, but I don't know. It just, my guides are telling me to just make this point. First, this may be, it may resonate for some of you, which is make the effort to travel to them, make the effort to make this connection, to see them, to spend time with them. Okay. To make loving memories together. So there is that energy that I'm getting there of making the effort to travel to see them. So I hope that this pile, that there were some messages that resonated with you. Again, as I always say, take the messages that resonate and push to the sides the ones that don't. If this doesn't fit your connection, then it doesn't fit. It's totally fine. Try another pile. But if it does fit, I hope that you give it a thumbs up if you like it, that you share it with other people, or you share my channel with other people who may be in long distance relationships. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you know every single time that I post. Last but not least, follow me on Instagram. And I almost forgot. Thank you guys for letting me know. They're like, you're missing something, you're forgetting something. I'm like, huh? I'm forgetting your angel numbers. So before I go, let's take a look at angel numbers. This is an additional message for your pile. So what you do is you take the angel number, you get on Google, you type in angel number, blah, 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 whatever comes out, meaning, and it will give you advice and angel messages in regards to your reading. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to take out one strip here. And the first number is number 37. I don't know if you could see that, number 37. And the next number that we have that's going to come up, let's see, close my eyes, and we have 13. So your angel number is 3713. So just type that up in Google, angel number 3713, meaning. Okay, and that will give you additional messages for your pile that may resonate. So again, give it a click on the like if you like it, share it with other people that are in the same long distance connection, subscribe if you haven't, click up there on the banner for to follow me on my Instagram. On my Instagram, I do a variety of spreads once a week, so you could take a look at that. Thank you again for stopping by, and I hope to see you again next week. Thank you, and have a good one. Bye-bye.